Okay, so let's look at question number 24. The diagram shows the structure involved in a reflex action. The correct sequence of an impulse through these structures is dash. So they want us to identify the correct sequence which shows the movement of an electrical impulse during a reflex action. Okay, so we have point Q, R, P and S. So now let's identify these parts. So Q is the receptor, then R, what is R? Let me counter check. R is the sensory neuron, and then S is the relay neuron, and P is the motor neuron. So Q receptor, so Q, which is a receptor, is going to be the first one, because the receptor, that's the one which detects a stimulus. Then it is going to convert that stimulus, okay, into an electrical impulse, then transmits it to what? To R, which is the sensory. Then from the sensory neuron, the electrical impulse is going to be transmitted into the central nervous system to S. S is the relay. Then the relay is going to transmit the electrical impulse to the motor, which is P. Then from the motor transmits to the what? To the effector muscles, where an action or a response is done. So the first one should be Q receptor. From Q it goes to R, which is a sensory. Then from the sensory it moves into the central nervous system, where it finds the relay, which is S. Then from S, the electrical impulse is being transmitted to P, which is the motor. So Q R S P is the correct sequence. Q R S P. The answer is C. Question 25. The diagram below shows a cross section through the brain. Which part is the center for processes such as thought, memory and judgment? Which part is the center for processes such as thought, judgment and memory? Okay, so the part which controls thinking, memory and judgment is the cerebellum. So our job in this case is to identify the letter which represents the cerebellum. So A is the cerebellum. That's our correct answer. The answer is A, cerebellum. A, cerebellum. Then B, pituitary gland. C is the medulla oblongata, and D, cerebellum. So the part which is the center for thought, memory and judgment is the cerebellum, which is part A. The answer is A, cerebellum. Okay.